You're a one-man band. I mean, you've got the engine, you're a fireman, you're the driver. You've got to keep your wits about you because there's sheep and things that get on the track occasionally on the same scale as the engines. You mustn't run over any road that you've not looked at. You have to arrange your firing really according to the road.
At the end of the line, there's the promise of a Wall's ice cream, the Britannia pub, Dungeness B nuclear power station, and an obsolete lighthouse. Not exactly holiday heaven, but the ride's the thing, isn't it?
The railway has always mainly been for summer visitors and tourists, but it has had some serious traffic as well, which is not entertainment. When war broke out in 1939, of course, the railway was just finishing its summer season. When France fell in spring 1940 and the Germans were just the other side of the water, of course, Romney Marsh became part of the front line of Britain.
When the expected invasion of Britain swept everything into defence, the little puffer went in there and it came out here, a complete armoured train. The Romney flyer, well armed and manned, took up station to guard the lonely stretch of Kentish coast, which was hers by pride of possession. The steel-plated midget was fully prepared to take a crack at any rosy Nazi trying to mess about on the shores of Romney, Hythe and Dymchurch.
I think the Germans probably came over looking for the first railway to drop bombs on that they could find, hoping that it would be the main line to London. But it was quite often the Romney, Hythe and Dymchurch.
In spite of bomb damage, the railway reopened in 1946, and by March 1947 it came of age. Tony Baker was the driver on that day and remembers some special guests.
Captain Howie, the owner, and Major Holder, the manager, invited Laurel and Hardy to come down from the Palladium in London, where they were appearing, to reopen the railway through to Dungeness.
When the Romney, Hythe and Dymchurch Railway, the smallest public railway in the world, recently celebrated its 21st birthday, Messrs. Laurel and Hardy were invited to the party.
Hardy walked to the tunnel, tried the key in the door so that we could go through to Dungeness.
They also slipped gently aboard one of the trains and enjoyed a trip on this very comfortable line. At New Romney Station, they met the mayor and shook hands all round.
They got up on the engine at New Romney and had a chat, and Hardy swapped hats with me with my driver's hat. It was a very, very good day and really enjoyed by all.
Since Laurel and Hardy left, the railways enjoyed thousands more good days. "70 years on, Northern Chief is one of a fleet of 9 that still roar along the Kent coast. Unlike their full-size counterparts from the 1920s, this fleet has survived intact. Narrow-gauge railways, whether built on the whim of millionaires or to slave away up Welsh mountains, all serve as miniature reminders of the great days of steam.
Next week, the appeal of the tram, which is enjoying something of a renaissance. Classic Trains next Monday at 8:30. And Classic Trains by Nicholas Faith will be available shortly in most bookshops, price £17.99.